Hello everyone and welcome back to another live stream here on twitch.tv/Xisuma. If you're watching over on the second channel, be sure to head over here and hit that follow button. And if you're sick of hearing me saying that, well, I'm going to keep saying it, jeez. I got a little bit of news. Launched a new channel recently, Xisuma Music. And the feedback on my first video, which was about the first record that I made 10 years ago, has been really quite overwhelming for me actually. And a lot of people were saying, hey, I can't download it, which you can download it, zip file, MP3s, but for those of you not using a PC, maybe on a phone, you can stream it through Bandcamp now. I did that today. So a massive thank you for all of the support, it's been tremendous. And you can go to that video in the description box, you can find a link to Bandcamp, or you can just go onto Bandcamp and search Soulside Eclipse Forgotten Conquest. Yeah, that Ready in chat says that record is really great. That means so much to me to see that. It's weird because I've exposed the record to people in small crowds over the years. And I've never really had a place to sort of sit and read through comments like this. I mean, I know people have said nice things to me about it in the past, which is awesome. But it just wasn't all centralized. And so for the last few days, I've just been reading comment after comment. And it's just like, oh man, like, I have an audience now, right? Like, when I started to do the music, you know, it was never about having an audience, but I didn't have one. Nor was it something that I necessarily needed. But now that I do, it gives me this spark of it being, like, there's another dimension to it now, that other people will go and enjoy it. Silly Dog says, how did you get into music? Well, it was just like, I was drawn to it like a magnet. My dad loves music. When I was a kid, he used to play me a lot of music. I love all the music he loves. Just kind of came in that way, you know. But we're not here to talk about music. We're here to send blocks into the void. How far down do they go? Can't tell. Yeah, we're here to play some Infinifactory and solve some puzzles. Yeah, so what about clock cycle on this one? Like, don't know if we're going to be able to do it at max, but let's have a little bit of fun. I reckon this one's going to be kind of tricky. But maybe we'll start with this. I reckon we should drop 3 blocks. I can't remove that one. Weld them. They could get welded and pressed here. Possibly all at once. Now I was going to use a piston. It's kind of occurred to me that the next one could push all 3 over. Which I feel like is something we've encountered before in the past but had not learned yet. That this is a clever way to do things, right? So let's have the blocks come to here. Then we shall rotate them to there. So that pumps them out as threes. Do they get the thing on them? Oh! Whoa! Ah, that's a shame. So the bottom 2 get it. Yeah, this thing basically stamps anything that comes past it. Now we can apply the same principle here. Except this time, we're going to come in from a different angle. So that needs to be at the same height, right? Yeah, that'll push the next one along to there. At which point we'll have this go that way. And we'll put you just about here. So, oh yeah, you're floating in midair. You're floating in midair. Yep, that works. By the way, peeps, I've got a hot cup of tea here. We don't want that to go cold, right? We don't want it to go cold. Oh yeah, and dental hygiene, health news with me and my sore tooth. I woke up today and it was all cleared up. And I even spoke to a dentist on the phone, and they gave me kind of like the all clear. Now you should be good, kind of thing. So looking all right, we are. So I've got this idea that what we might be able to do is put some pistons somewhere around here. Now, unfortunately, that's over by one block. Let's go ahead and change this right from the get-go, which means the speed they come out at will be slowed, but it'll be slowed the same as the other side. Might run into a flow rate issue. That's one thing to be considered. So if we can get these over there at just the right time, then maybe what we're able to do, like if this is all facing in that direction, let's have some like mega welding thing going on. So downwards facing center, then it pushes them all off, and then they've got a full. If you look at the height, it's not going to work with the height, is it? It's kind of interesting actually. We can lift blocks up and put them to a higher height, but thinking just realistically on the thing coming through the middle here, right? It's going to be down at this height. Like, let's say it's low enough. They're going to have to fall, and then in order to get welded, the welder's going to go all the way across. So it's going to be a bar in front of that thing, so it's not going to be so good. So I'll have to come up with something else. What's this about an album, says Link Josh. Just go listen to the video on YouTube. It explains all. Official Jaden is here with Cheers and Bits, saying, hey Xisuma, how you doing this evening? I'm so excited to finally stream your music. Oh, a point about that. I'm so happy. Always supporting you each and every way you watch. I can. You're amazing. Thank you for the lovely message, dude. Thank you for the Cheers and Bits. I do not recommend streaming my music, okay? It is not licensed. You know, I can say use at your own discretion. I wouldn't use it. Just don't, you know, I wouldn't put it out there. Just saying. Okay, it's unlicensed music. I am not in the business of licensing it at the moment. I don't recommend using it in any commercial avenue. Like, that's why I don't stream it, you know, here. One thing I might do is use it in the pre-stream. Should be. I'll get away with that, but yeah, just so you're fully aware, my music is not licensed. If you actually look at it on Bandcamp, you have to do copyright reserve or whatever you call it, but there's no Creative Commons license or anything for remix or sharing on it or using elsewhere. Adam wants to know if the Xisuma music channel is eventually going to cover some more guitar or original videos. Just for now, it's a place to put blogs. The next evolution of that will be for me to make like little top 5 lists or like album recommendations. If the music becomes more of the thing, it may have a place there, but that's not part of the plan right now. Not a part of the plan. So, let's look at this shape, you know. I think height might be the way to weld this. And I've just had a very interesting idea on how to weld it, actually. It would require some very precise timing. In fact, almost maybe too precise. And I can kind of see another issue. I like the idea of... No, my idea is silly. Okay, so I kind of pictured like this thing being lifted up into the middle. Don't think that's the way to do it. We could potentially have these attached and then this thing swung around, but rotation is kind of awkward, especially with bigger shapes. So I think I want to avoid rotation. So if this thing were higher up, dropping down would overcome the size of this. And then maybe where they meet, we just have to shimmy it off to the side so we can have 5 welders in a row. I think that's probably ultimately what we're going to go with. Question is where to do all this stuff so they meet. Because timing is going to be extremely important here. So I think what I'll do... If we lift them up, we also need to then push them out. So we get a piston involved. That's going to slow down the clock rate even more. So it might make more sense to get 4 of them in a row. Also, these are coming out with a computer on a particular side. Not that that actually matters just yet. But we kind of need the blocks to drop in these spaces, okay? So the thing's going to come along, and it's going to, somewhere around here, we're going to time it so that it goes into that space, and the blocks fall down to here, and that there is a bunch of welders behind it. Here we go. They'd probably be a little bit higher. And then I guess the tractor belt goes off in that direction. It's actually quite doable. So let's say we keep this height. Then we know that the welder will be at this height here. So that's actually where... Okay, we're going to build it as if this is the spot it goes to. May or may not be a good thing. Like we said, height is kind of important here. Actually, it's very important. And therefore, we should suss it out a little bit sooner. This thing's going to drop down, and we're going to rotate it. Then this is the height that we should probably operate at. So it's pushed into that space. It's free high, so the next one will push it over. So 1, 2, 3. It's that. I think just simulate it. I think we can get away with that. Yeah, there you go. Okay. So it's going to come somewhere over here. And it's going to be just these blocks here that we need to get this precision timing. Thus meaning, I mean, I moved them up. Now we're moving them down again. We've got Zach Attack 2097 here for 5 months. Thank you ever so much, Zach Attack. I appreciate it. We're 12 minutes into this stream. It'll soon be tea time, my friends. It'll soon be tea time. Right, this part of the process right here. Let me think about this again. It's going to need a rotation along the way. This part of the process is going to be an interesting one. But essentially, with the correct timing now, all the pieces of the puzzle are there. So, you know, that fell down. It fell down. It's not good. It's a bit of a fail. I'll give you that. Okay. I don't actually know. I think I'm going to use pistons, right? So we probably want to bring it in here. Okay. Now we also... I also need to push it out. Okay, it actually needs to go back by 1. It'll need to go back by 1. Oh, it actually needs to... a few things here need to change. All of that needs to go forwards. Very good. Okay, so that right there could be it. It's not going to work first time, but in theory, everything needed is in place. I like how close that was. I like how close that was to working first time. Imagine that, eh? Oh, I think actually it'd make more sense to possibly put that a little closer, so there's space between it and the thing behind it. interesting. Now, moment of truth, will it accept that for optimal timing? Ooh, how did one get through? It's like off by half a block, or we're like in between. Some sort of timing that we need here. Okay, here's an idea. Here's an idea. You're gonna like this one. We put that there, and then at the back we put that there. Oh, you're gonna love that. You're gonna love that one. That's great. Oh, it's beautiful. And I can make it slightly more efficient. Oh, we love that increased efficiency, Xisuma. Please increase the efficiency. Oh, you've reduced it by 1 block. Well done. I believe that works. Let's check it out. Oh, there's more to this. Wait, no, it's working. Because it stops it there. Oh, accidental genius. Accidental genius. Check me out. I thought it was going to back up. Look, because this thing complete... Oh, naughty. So yeah, there is... Okay, there is some... we're just going to not worry about that. That might eventually break. That might eventually... Look at that block score. Oh, I'm up there with the professionals. Official Jaden's here giving a sub to Tim Nasty. Thank you for gifting the sub, supporting the community, dude. It is appreciated. We are 16 minutes into this stream, and I'm going to sip some tea. Good tea sippage. So, I don't know if there is a better way to do this, because whenever we use pistons, that's when I really struggle in this game. And maybe there's some clever other way of doing this. Like, do you remember our overflow solution? I don't know, seems a bit far-fetched, but like the blocks rest into position and this thing picks them up, or I don't know. But in order to control this, if we have a block there, that might stop things getting pushed over the side. At some point though, I believe it will just back up somewhere else. Okay, so now the rate of these moving is going to get slowed down. And it looks like it's very broken, but it still accepts it. Now I wonder if we can shimmy them on through here quicker. Maybe if we had a system where we got 2 in there at once and 4 pistons pushed off. Sorry, 8 instead of 4, then maybe that would work. But, you know, it's a bit advanced for me, and I'm not sure I should get too hung up on this one, right? Like, I like innovating. I like that moment where you figure out new ways of doing things. And I think this level definitely has the opportunity to do that. But then again, my score may suggest no. Maybe I've already got it, you know? Let's think on it for a second, though. In fact, let's watch it for a second. So, the moment at which the pistons push, we slow everything down. Actually, do we? Yes, we do. We slow our input feed. In fact, you can see it spilling over there, which I didn't notice before. So, if we were to push off 8 at once, I believe that slowing down would perhaps happen less often. I think it would still overflow, but it would happen less often, and maybe then it would match what's coming in from over here. But I think that's a little bit above my head, and we're just going to move on to the next one, because I like the idea of just getting a lot of levels done today. We spent like a whole hour and a half on a level last time. So what are the people in chat talking about? I understand that I don't look at chat much playing this game, and I look over and everyone's saying hello. Well, hello to all of you. What are we doing today? We're making a robot, peeps. 3 blocks. Actually, it's like a Tetris 4 block in the middle. And then 2 lots of 3. Okay, so the input rate kind of like, you know, allowed us to do that last level kind of cheaty. I think what I'll do today is up it by 1. Yeah, let's see how far we get with that. So, what's an efficient way? We'll just do this like. Say we'll do it bit by bit. I actually kind of want to think about all the pieces at once. It seems pretty obvious to me that we are going to put 4 and 1 together here. Then we're going to bring them into the middle where the 3s meet up. They're in the same rotation, but we need a assembled piece to be rotated and then shimmied into that position. And I think that's going to be sort of simple-ish. Question is, how do we create the shape we're after? If we think about how we've done things recently, like the idea of passively filling up a shape is really cool, but here, that's going to be especially difficult. Like, there's the shape. So if I have this, we don't fill up that side. Although we kind of do when the next one comes over. So here's an interesting idea. So at the moment, we need welders and we need pistons as well. Although maybe the welders are over by 1. Maybe they're over here. And if we look at the height, if we were to drop them a little bit lower, we could bring that over the top. And there is room for this all to be low. There might be something to this. It's going to involve a little bit of timing, but I think there might be something to this, peeps. So don't go anywhere. Stay in your seat. Okay? Ah! Don't fall off of the edge of the cliff. Hang on, that needs to go there, yep. Now I can see there being potentially an issue with timing here. That's actually not necessary, but what is having 4 pistons. Yeah, timing's going to need to be very, very well organised in this area. Ugh. And I would like for, well, I guess that makes the most sense. Now, I don't think that's going to, oh, well, hang on, we can still test. I don't think this is going to work. Just saying. Also, that one there might be a bit, oh, well done. Well done, X, you know. You put those blocks in that void. It's in my name, peeps, it's in my name. I think we need to get this thing out quickly. We don't want things waiting around. That's from... Wait, no, I actually produced 2. No, it didn't. It pushed them onto the other blocks because the welder wasn't there. Okay, so that looks like it's going to be problematic, right? Let's see what chat says about it. What are you working on in the game right now, says Orachel. We're working on making a robot with 3 different types of blocks. Grant says move the sensor. This is classic backseat gaming. Everyone says move the sensor. Doesn't work, unfortunately. Timing is in the same tick. I don't know if this game has ticks, but that's what we're calling it. You know, it could be that you have 2 sensors for 2 different operations. So if we had one there, and this one's job was to say no more. So if I put in a piston and change the type, and we have an additional thing at the back here, let's see what happens. Oh, yeah, it works like that, doesn't it? No, that's not what we're trying to do. Maybe I just needed a piston there. Yeah, this isn't working. Let's slow it down again a little bit. So if it were a moment... No, it kind of looks like maybe what I need to do is hook it up to the one below. Like, oh, no. It kind of looks like maybe I need to do that. Nah, it ends up dropping into there again. Backseat is much telling the streamer how to play the game, says Centwing. Yeah, backseat gaming is telling someone else how to play. Now, I know most of you are just trying to suggest stuff and be helpful, and that's appreciated. But often you get suggestions that you know don't work. And what we're experiencing right now is quite common. Like, we commonly get to this problem and I struggle to find a solution. It's especially difficult today because of that one going back there, but as I say it out loud that I commonly struggle to find a solution to this, it makes me feel like I should have figured that out by now, right? I should have maybe figured it out by now. So let's just goof around with the timing a little bit. It's not really a matter of like, the problem is we can't push these back into there. One ends up ready to fall down into this space each and every time. So we need to look for an event that happens just before it. And unfortunately, many of these events are unique and they pass through the same spot. So that, when that one reaches there, it's a unique event. Okay? At which point, we could have a piston push that block there. I'm going to give this a try. This is going to be rather tricky. But that is our first unique event, and, you know, I don't really quite know where this is going, but bear with me. Powering that is going to be awkward, to say the least, because there's all these other blocks in the way, right? There we go. Now let's see what happens that way around. Ooh. It's not unique at all. What I'm on about? Oh, just such a wally. What was that? It's not unique in the slightest. Oh my word. Okay. No, I'm having a hard time with this. It's the bottom observer thing, says Rosy Eyes. It is always the bottom observer. Let's say we let it fall down here. Okay. And we do that. Now, when it gets to the end, okay, I need to just disable that for a moment. We need to look at the different ways in which the blocks flow. So when it arrives there, that's currently kind of unique. And all the other blocks are sort of in the right place. So let's go ahead and put that there. Because actually, we've kind of got the shape. Although, I tell you what, the timing of that one there is going to basically be a bit of a pain. Okay, let's try again. Yeah, it falls into the same spot. Although, it almost works. The problem is one then comes out the top there. Maybe I need to think in slightly different dimensions here. I don't know. I almost feel like maybe I'm going at it completely the wrong way, right? Like, is there another way I should be looking at this space and the way that the blocks end up there? Maybe if we start to weld it... oh, that's a good point. We only need one piston, or maybe... The problem is, if you want to weld it, you're going to have to... Okay, you can partially weld a bit of it. And then only have 2 pistons push it out. I don't really know what I'm just... Let's try and figure something out, essentially, right? So, okay, they're the wrong way. Oh, what happened there? There's no advantage to that. Someone says put the observer above the piston. It's the same old problem. Trust, like it's always this case of you're trying to look for the unique event. When you put the observer where the block falls down, it's not unique. And what we did in the past is we did do it so that you would destroy a block, which I think I need to avoid with this one because the inputs are very balanced with one another. What if you pushed a block on the second layer away from the source? Oh, you're giving me an idea. I'm not sure if this is what you meant, but let's say we go for this. Okay, and then we have a piston there. The only problem is, like, where's the unique event that has that piston extend? Well, it could be here. But I'm definitely going to need to remove some of this other wiring, right? So, although again, we're going to run into that issue of, oh, maybe not. Let's get rid of this. So, just watch what happens for a second. Oh, okay. The fact that that's not there is kind of annoying. Let's hook it up. I really don't see this one working. I thought for a second there was something to it. You see, if we just had the one below, that might have been useful, but we don't. Here's another thing. We kind of don't actually need that. And then that welds those two together. Let's remove that. Right, and it's when that one lands there that we want it to extend, but we don't... Oh my goodness me. It's been staring me in the face the whole time, I think. Well, whatever we built earlier, we've come up with something better. Let's get rid of all of this. Oh my god, it's been staring me in the face. I think we do want a piston there, and then we want one somewhere else, like here, maybe. I could see this maybe working, maybe not. But okay, here's my idea. It's gonna be nasty, but okay, that's better. Yeah. So let's say the unique event is here instead of there. I don't know why I didn't think of that sooner. Which one do we actually want to power? Like, I think we want to power that one first, and then this one. I'm not sure. So then it gets powered by that event, right? Okay, that's good, but this piston is in the wrong spot. Just needs to be down by one. And I think that means compactification is possible, but that might actually serve being there. Oh my goodness me. Okay, does this need to be there? I don't think it does, so first little bit of compactification. Oh, this game is so good. This game was just amazing. Alright, so that is looking pretty swell. Second bit of compactification. Too many things here. Okay, now, once we get that thing out of there, we're going to want to move this thing around. Right, there is definitely some sort of sequence of timing that's going to work here. So what I'm going to do is then bring this one this way. And then just basically see what happens to some extent. Yeah, that was the exact correct point. Question is, can it actually be a little sooner? I feel like maybe it could be one block sooner. Yeah, that looked like it might work, so let's come back over here. No. Wait, oh, I keep speeding it up too far. Very close. Okay, so this looked like a certainty. Whoa! Oh, I'm an idiot! I'm an idiot! It probably would have worked the other way around. Just, advanced problem solving, you know, too much brain power, simple things become difficult. Oh, it's amazing. Right. We have an assembly line on this side. It's a wonderful thing. Who enjoyed that then? Who enjoyed that solutioning? Tommy Emmett 69 POG, thank you for your Prime subscription. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. So, if anyone didn't catch the solution there, the unique event, you know, I'm always talking about this unique event. It's on the opposite side. Like, it just kind of dawned on me. This is our unique event on the opposite side, right? Now, some of the other prototypes we did earlier might have been more elegant, but what we've ended up with does the welding here with one piston to push them out. That's got to be just very compact, and I don't think we even need those blocks. So I'm very happy with how that's turned out. So I think, yeah, everything's good. So now on the opposite side, it seems pretty obvious that we would make a press of 3 almost immediately. And the way that we'll do this, because I've done this a few times now, is to detect when something is... Actually, let's put you there. And then this. So it's super duper compact. Okay, I just removed that. And then... Right, so that's kind of good, right? Seems good to me. I think some of these blocks might even be unnecessary. Let's see what happens that way around. Yeah. Minimal amount of blocks. And now we can shimmy over in that direction. So what we kind of need now is some sort of like A-B system. But I think... No, I think what we don't want A-B. We want something different. And it's going to involve some precise timing. Interesting. Okay. We might have to change this up. Let's just see what time they meet at. So it's kind of close. Let's start building this idea that I got in my head. So if I put a thing there, this is going to end up right where I thought it would. So when it does go there, we want that, and this. But it put them, doesn't quite work the way I want it to. Might need a little bit of a delay here, actually. Let's go ahead and add in some delay. No, that's not what I want. What I want to do... Okay, I've got to think about it a little different. Is I think I want this. Now look at how they're positioned for that brief moment, right? So let's say we go back here and put that there. You see how it's coming together? I don't think this is going to work, but we'll see, we'll see. Now the next thing we need is welding. The welding is going to make... Let me go have a look at something. Okay, the place I want to put the welders is around here. Just like that, okay. Yeah, we're getting close. We're getting kind of close to this being what we need it to be. Oh, that was very close right there. This appears to knock that one off its tracks. What we would like for it to then be is one block higher. And ironically, there might be cause for us to change the way we're doing this. I am going to drop everything here down a block. Let me have another look. Okay, yeah, we need those. They're very important. Okay, now let's go ahead and lower. You're going to love this, peeps. Going to lower that. That should weld everything together. Although I've noticed it's not in the correct spot. And then... it might not work. It just might not work. Yeah, because then that happens. Up, up and away! Okay, no. So let's take out that. And that also kind of messes this up a little. Maybe what we need to do is bring these back. Oh, then that happens, right. So I'm kind of thinking it needs to drop in here, but then the next one doesn't move across. I'm not sure if there's anywhere else we can put the welders. Put the elevators at the end so it slides onto it after welding, says Phantom MC. Well, it almost... Let's go back a step and see what went wrong. Because we got a lot of things right. The main thing... Okay, so two things went wrong. It affected... This welder got affected when we didn't want it to. And they got welded... Sorry, that affected our blocks when we didn't want it to. And they got welded together. We can't move blocks in and out of position yet. That's not an ability we've been given. Let me have a think. I've just had a bit of a brainwave. Something that might be tricky to achieve. Very tricky to achieve. Or maybe not. I don't know. Okay, so I've got some ideas in my head, but they seem kind of a bit long-winded and inefficient. Let's go ahead. Oh, we took out the lift. Well, maybe the timing of the next one dropping down allows that to go all the way across, right? It doesn't, but if that's something we could do... Oh, they can push them off. They push them off, but they weld them. Okay, if we can get the timing here better, I think we might just have what we need. I might have to use something a bit of a deliberate slow. A bit of a deliberate slowdown. Okay, let's forget that, because that was pants. Let's try... That definitely needs to be pushing them this way. No. Okay. We're almost there. We're almost there. I feel it in my head now. Okay, I see it. I see the solution. There it is. Look, it's the solution, everyone. Can't you see it? Nah, I don't know if this is the solution, but it's definitely something. Okay. And it actually compacts it. It's beautiful! It's beautiful! I love it! Okay. We are solving whilst compacting. It is just amazing. It is just amazing. Okay, so that needed to be one closer. Oh, they called me a derp. To think, these people have been calling me derp. Right, but yeah, okay, so maybe... Actually, maybe we put that there, right? In fact, I want to see if it can work when that's there. Okay, that's cool. So, when we get to this height, we've got to push it off in a new direction. If we look at the height, it clears that. So a piston will have to push it, and then we'll have to maneuver it. Dang! Official Jaden is here gifting a sub to Cold Sherpa, the one, the only, for 6 months. Thank you so much, dude. How's it going, Sherpa? Thank you, Jaden, for gifting the sub. Who's loving this innovation? Do you have upside down conveyors yet? Says pick up some milk. They're not a thing. Although if they were, that'd be pretty cool. Now, speaking of conveyors, we could potentially have one just somewhere here, going in that direction. Okay, yeah, that's how I'm going to do it. So 1, 2, 3 is the number I need to remember. 1, 2, 3. So then here shall be... Now from there, our thing is 3 blocks wide. Ooh, 1, 2, 3. Okay, what did I get wrong there? Oh, okay. That's very obvious now that I get to this spot. And then that would mean 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so this needs to be there. This is so much fun, this game. Beautiful, beautiful. So when it gets to there, then we want 1, 2. It's going to be in that space. So I want to see what happens when we put that there. Okay, let's change the rotation to the other direction. It's the wrong rotation for us. So what we'll do is we'll change it, and then we'll make this its own tower. Like so. Here we go! Booyah! Booyah! Okay, so I think what we'll do is have that go there. Okay, it drops back there. Oh wait, is it off by one then? Hey, we got noise in the ear. Maybe that's not the place to put it. Maybe somewhere there is. Right, 1 second, I'll read the noise in the ear. Just, okay. In which case, let's actually just put that there then. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. I can feel it coming on. Right, so it drops it here. So therefore, we want one that way. And that's it. I think that's it. I think we've done it. I think we diddly done diddly doodly dardlied. Oh! It's beautiful. Make all those robots. Make them all right now. We are a robot factory. Johnny 5! That's what we're making, Johnny 5. Look at that score. Look at that block score. Playing like a champ over here. Play in like a champ. Let's go in and put the input up rate by 1. And it will probably all break, right? Yep, it immediately breaks. That's fine. That was absolutely epic. We got Silver, Lycan, Studios, gifting free subs to Z Count, Lavender Cat, and AC Camper. Thank you so much for the gifted subs, dude. Greatly appreciated. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Thanks for supporting our community. Now we got to make some anti-javelin point defense. If there's one thing I'm known for, it's for my anti-javelins, okay? This is what anti-javelin point defense looks like, peeps. 3 blocks, 2 and another 3. And they all come over here, same point. So I think what we're probably going to do is assemble quickly and then move it all the way across. Kind of a similar situation to before with creating some of these shapes. What I will point out is that we don't have a lot of vertical height to work with. For example, we literally got a drop of 1. So let's start here. Let's say we have that. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love it. There isn't really a unique event where we can go, they're welded, now let's move them, right? That's what I'm thinking there. Don't see that unique event, really. Unless we build it off of something else. So, this thing, for example, needs to make 2s, which we can do straight away. Actually, isn't, like, the assembly of these first bits ridiculously easy? And this one is 3. So, 3 would be something like that, and this one would be for 2s. Okay, a 2 and a 3, right? So, at what point do we need to create our unique event? It seems to me like maybe when that block is there, it then does the business over here. Let's try it. Let's see what the timing's like. Can we weld everything here? I think we can. I think we can put... So that'll put those 2 together. And then when the next one comes, it's going to be there. But then we don't get to push it off. And if I do that, then these 2 don't get to weld. So I could, in theory then, do it that way round. But then we would need 3 pistons, you see. We got Herath 14th here for the Prime subscription. Thank you so much. Appreciate the noise in the ear. Thank you for supporting me. Try a sensor plus a levitator. Not really sure why we would need that combination. Xisuma, have you seen the new video from Minecraft? Range Tour? I'm not sure that I have. What is it about? Just revisit the idea of this again. So, first one goes in and across. Second one. So the two at the bottom are welded. One at the top won't be. I mean, I just want to make it compact, right? So there's nothing wrong with that. There is literally nothing wrong with that. But as you can see, it then looks a little ugly when we do that. Ugly! And then that falls into the void. As it should do. Looking good. Looking good. I'm going to move the position of these pipes to what I think looks slightly more elegant. So it's out of the way of this other stuff. Put the observer on the end. On the end? It's perfect where it is. Well, we got the right amount coming through, so just gonna kind of put these like that for now. Right, and what way do we need to assemble them? Ah, there's gonna be some rotation involved. Interesting. Interesting. So this one's gonna have to come over to that one. This one's gonna get rotated. What I'm noticing now is that the height thing comes into play. It very much comes into play pretty quickly. So I think what we'll do... Okay, let's come out of this. We're going to change it. So we have that there and that there. In fact... wait, is that still necessary? Yeah, it kind of is. Okay. I've got to get them across 3 blocks. No, maybe I'm not doing that right. Let's... What happens if we do it that way? Yeah, it still makes a 3. Okay, that's cool. And then this one, we kind of need it out of the way of that center. Oh, this is interesting. So I need it out of the way of the sensor, so we can't park it at the same height, which might not really be much of a problem. Let's move it like that. Okay, see, they're very nearly close together now. And then this one's going to... Let's just see where that leaves us, right? Okay, and what way does... See, that's going to need rotating out of there. Right, let's see what time they arrive. I feel like this one's going to arrive too soon. Oops. So we have a welder here, and then we're going to need that if the timing is good. Which it's not. Also, at what point did it move across there? Came too far out. So actually, that I believe will make it go in too soon. Yeah. So what we want is that there, and that needs to be a double. Okay, now the timing just isn't good enough. That's fine. So I think we just have to do that. Oh, and then that one's missing out. At which point we have this here. Very good, right? Very good. So now we need to think about this one. Actually, we kind of need to think about everything. Right, if it's there, it rises at the wrong position. If it's here, it rises up 1 over. No, it doesn't. That thing needs to be there. Maybe that causes a problem. No, it doesn't. Okay, that's good. So far, so good. What we want to do is rotate the one that comes out of here the correct way, which I think is not that way. Let's see if it rotates. Okay. Oh, I've wanted to pause. Now, look at the shape of that. That is the correct shape, yeah? Oh, yes, it is. So now we just got to move them into position together. And I think, really, this is too soon. So, we're going to put that there. Change the rotation. And then no, I think you're going to go like that. At which point, we kind of want to drop the next thing over on top of it. But let's see if we can maneuver it a little bit further. Yeah, so we can get that into a good spot. So it's on top of that we want this thing to drop on that block, essentially. So it needs to be in line with that block when it gets moved across. So therefore, we shall have a piston and a sensor. Now, every time I do this, we need conduits. So I want to see that in action. I swear we tested that out earlier and that didn't work. Well, don't understand. Let's go play it again. Yeah, so the problem is it also then needs a block right here. At which point we have almost got it. I need to rotate sooner, actually. So we need to rotate there and then take it off and move it in from a different direction, I think. Because we need welders, and the welders are going to go... No, they're going to be here. Is that right? I think that's right. Let's check it out. Let's see what happens. Okay, first of all... Okay, there we go. No, wait. Well, why did that go the wrong way? Oh, what's that? Okay, I see the issue. We need to leave that space open. Which essentially means we do that. Okay, that is correct, isn't it? So then we pull it out. Interesting. So now we have to have that. I'm wondering, now what I'm wondering is, maybe there's a way... Oh, actually, we'll probably rotate it. Like, I want to minimize the amount of times we use this block, right? So, pretty much once it's cleared, this thing we want to rotate, which it might be able to do a little bit sooner than we expect. So I'm going to try it there, and I want it to rotate the opposite way. Okay, let's see if we can do it one sooner. It can. Oh, fancy. Oh. What about if it were there? No. Okay, so we know where we've got to put it. And then once it's there, it's probably like every other block, right? Yeah, except it starts there. Now, here's what's interesting. it's got to go up again. So it might have been beneficial for me to have made this thing higher to begin with. But at least we know this is possible, right? Looking good. So at a point somewhere around here, it needs to find itself going onto that. Hey, I'm clicking. That should be good. So we need a block there. And then we just need that sensor and piston. Which might be tricky because it's got to go straight. So it can't actually do that. Okay, so at which point, when it gets here, we'll have the sensor and the piston, which will kick it over to here. And that should be it, really. Let's see, that might be it. We might be completing this level. Oh! Oh, there's an added layer of difficulty here. Well, I guess... I think that means the piston would be here instead. Also, that piston is not facing the correct direction. And then just down here we have the sensor there, right? That should work. Oh, what happened there? What happened there? That's got to be it. Also, no, the piston's probably in the wrong place now. Okay, let's modify the input a little bit. Down it comes. Into place. Wait, it... now that's in the way. Oh! Jeez! Let's see what happens. I don't know what to say now. Well, I guess that needs to be... How many blocks higher? 2 blocks higher, right? And then the piston, I think 1 block higher. Let's see what happens now. We'll get there in the end, don't worry, peeps. Oh. Oh no! It's all of a sudden gotten hectic. I can see another way. So now the sensor needs to actually be there. Who in chat is calling for the dirt button? Oh, what a dirt fiend. What a dirt fiend. This is called problem solving. We've got a problem and we've got to solve it. Speaking of which, that's not the way you solve it. Okay, almost there, almost there. One block higher. It's basically at the same level, is the idea. Let's try this. Oh, you people calling for a derp. You are suspect. Suspect, I tell ya. Oh, that might not work either, actually. But we'll get there. Oh, will we? Okay, so it's going to push it out. Let's look at the length of this thing. I think what we're going to do is end up something like this, right? That's totally in the wrong place, which is annoying. Did we block it for like a second there? So up it comes. Gets pushed. Right, so we need that to be 1 block higher. Let's see what it does. Hey, look at that. The timing of that is going to be awesome. Okay, so we don't need any of these blocks. And I think that might be it. That might be our solution. Okay. Some of y'all called me a derp. I was just problem solving, 1 step at a time. Here we go. Oh. Yeah, okay. So what I actually need to do is do it from here. Let's see how that works. Why are people saying derp? Don't you know how this works? You don't solve it in one go, you trial and error it. And now, and they called me a bunch of derp fiends in chat. Derp fiends, I tell you. Fry says because you're a derp, that's why. This is some high score action. Look at that block score. Look at that block score. Let's turn up the input rate and see if it all falls apart. Yep. That looks bad from back here. Oh no. Well, it still works with it. Let's try one more. Oh my goodness me, it still works. They can't be calling me a derp now. Input rate goes up again. Now it breaks. Cool. So that's as fast as it'll go. Can still be way more compact, says Corn Cutter. Yeah, you're probably right. I like the idea of putting... Okay, that's really good. That's really good. I like the idea of putting them on the same assembly line and then assembling them up here. Although, well, hang on, let's go look at the shape, because one way we would make it more compact is if we use less of these conveyors. But, whatever way you rotate this, the smallest part of it is that. So it essentially has to be that to get it down here. If we split it into 2 parts, you still have that bit separate. So I don't really see a way of saving this other than... Okay, let's do it scumbag mode. Okay, I'm going to go super scumbag. Okay, super scumbag mode. Oh, it doesn't work like that! It doesn't work like that! Oh. What a disappointment. Oh, super scumbag mode. Here we go. I've made it more compact, peeps. We use less blocks. Oh! Look at that. We could even reduce it a little bit further, I believe. But if I'm going to claim a high score, I've got to go. I've got to commit. I've got to go all the way. That being said, when 2 blocks fall down here, they get pushed to there. Then I think that means we would actually need 2 conveyors there. Okay. Super scumbag mode activate. What is he doing? Says Paleo the Idito. I'm being a scumbag. Silver Lycan Studios is here with the cheers and bits, saying, Xisuma, I'm watching the stream while in my math class and heard my professor's voice and thought it came from your stream. I spooked myself. Dude, pay attention in class. I don't want to be responsible for ruining your education. Jeez. Thank you for the cheers and bits, though. I appreciate it. Look at that block score. See, we just improved it. What does scumbag mean? It's just, like, when someone's a scumbag, you call them a scumbag. When they do something scummy. If you want to optimize for footprint, you could transport them facing forward. Possibly. I don't fully understand the footprint score. I got a magazine. Intercourse. Freezer crowd. Brilliant. Okay, there you go. Food! Oh, delicious food bits. Delicious food bits. What's next? Another resource site? Oh, how many are there? No new blocks. Although we've got to solve 2 puzzles for a performance review. Let's check it out. I remember this one for some reason. This looks simple. What's the catch? Wait. What's going on? What? What is this? Ah! What are you? Oh! Hello! It's a mole. Screenshot time. Can I do that whilst holding down T? I can. I've made us a thumbnail. Excellent. What's going on here? I don't understand. It says they come out from there. Hang on. This got to have something to do with this. Alright. Detector plus piston, says Cratron. Oh, okay. I thought I remembered this level. I don't remember this madness now. I think they move after a while if they've been... What is going on? So I then got to put them in... Oh my word, what kind of level is this? What kind of level is this, eh? What kind of level is this? Why don't we look at putting in... They go out over there, so... Potentially there's a conveyor belt there. If anything, when we're trying to... Yeah, oh no, that's a window, okay. We're trying to minimise our footprint, right? So... The place they can all converge is here. Almost. Let's go ahead and send them out that way. Okay then. I don't even know what to say! I just don't know what to say! Pen them in. Oh! Interesting. Oh, emergency mute time. Oof. Kind of looks like we don't actually need a roof on it, which is weird. Oh! Well then. Well then. Bonkers. I guess if anything, we should push it to where this is, right? Like there. So maybe actually we do that. Have a bit of a T-junction here. Is that really as high as they go? This is just nuts right here. Oh, okay. I was just going to say, they might be sort of technically... Oh, I see the problem. Actually, maybe... Right, okay. Are they taller than a block? Oh my goodness me, this is bonkers. Right. This is just the beginning! Okay, next thing I'm wondering, can we scumbag this for block score? Like, what happens if I do that, let's say? They don't seem to climb out, so I'm gonna take that road and really reduce my block score. Okay. Electrocute the moles so they won't move. How do you electrocute them? Don't say with electricity. Okay, so that in theory... Okay, we will still need a conveyor here and there, I guess. Unbelievable. Is that food? Oh! Oh, this game's cruel. This game is cruel. Let's go, let's do this super scumbag mode again. Although then again, this might not be the scummiest way to do it. I mean, I could technically just not have the conveyors there, right? And just go like this. Yeah, this last bit here, I think there might be a more efficient way to do what I'm trying to do. Because these are all going to be spaced out. Indeed. I think what I'm going to do is this, just to be a little bit different. Let's not actually do it that way, okay? We're going to bring them out. Now, I don't know if it detects this, but if it does, that's great. Because then what we'll do is have... like that. So then this is going to push to there. This is going to push to here. I'm deliberately going for like lowest block score, right? Oh! Fool. There we go. Right. It's going to be a bit slow. But it is what it is. We're making food. And I made a mistake. Here we go. This is it. If you want a smaller block score, you only have to extract from one mole hole. That's an interesting point, yeah. You can get it smaller still. Ah, there's a problem. Okay, I'll have to modify this. Don't know if we could have done something like that before. Okay, so now all of this stuff is a bit messed up, basically. Okay, that works. Nope. And that looks, for the most part, pretty good. That should work. Right, here we go. Time to eat. Where's my dinner? Oh, that is ridiculous. Oh, it's not going to fulfill them all at the same time, interestingly. And I don't know if it wants us to do that or not. Right, that one's at 0 now. So they've all got to get to 0, haven't they? Here we go. Oh, the one at the end needs 2 still. There we go. I guess it had to travel further. Look at that low block score. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, I want to play again. Can we put up the input rate? We can. Let's put the input rate on max. And then let's just put a block there. And just let the other stuff go wild, right? Here we go. So it's going to be slower, but... Well, I say that, but they're coming through pretty thick and fast. Just kind of sad, says Perpy is fake. It's a little bit sad. I think it's supposed to be a bit tongue-in-cheek. Daniel Cypher is here for 27 months saying, is it really a crime to throw sodium chloride into someone's eyes? Yes, it's called salt, but really, is it really a crime? There's a joke in there, isn't there? Assault, but is it a crime? Assault or crime? Assault. Ah, got it. Assault. Assault and battery. Oh. Oh, funny! Thank you for the joke, dude. Appreciate it. Good stuff. Right, yeah, this is definitely slower this time around, isn't it? The cycle's score graph goes up to like 8k, says Zero. It does, doesn't it? It does that on the occasional level. It's almost as if someone had a really bad time with the game. Well, look at that. 27. Get on my level. Get on my level. Let's continue to our cell. That was a strange one. Relaxant Formula 13. Oh no, the game's crashing! Oh no, wait. What? Someone's trying to hack. What was that? X, have you played Factorio 1.0? I've been playing a little bit of Factorio. That game just has such a steep... Like, the beginning of the game is so, like, tricky. Especially if you haven't played it in a long time. It's kind of, like, hard to remember everything you got to do. And I don't know. I've been playing it a little bit, thinking about streaming it, but not really getting anywhere with it. Okay, let's have a look. We got to put 3 components together, right? But we got 2 there, and where's the other one? What's this thing do? Why have I got a feeling this is going to do something? Oh, maybe it converts... Ooh, what's that block then? Oh, hello. This is different. This is very different challenge for us. I think what I'm going to do is put a drill there and then send it that way. Ah, that doesn't quite work, does it? Oops. So when it's like that, block here, 2 above. This is a curious one. I got a better idea. I think what we want to do is something like that. Although, are we in line? We're in line. Okay, very good. So at that point, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Check that out. Right, that's now separated, and I believe almost. Maybe we don't even need that one. Nah, the problem is the height of the drill. Yeah, almost. Put one there. How's that? That's different. That's definitely different. Now, does it get? Because I kind of want to send them in that direction. So I guess what I want to do is probably come this way. And that happens to avoid everything. Cool. So then we'll send it in that direction. Yeah, it needs to be back. This is such a fun game. It's just given us a totally new challenge now. Now, I guess we got to put them into individual blocks. So what is the most efficient way to do that, really? If they're individual, then this thing being 2 blocks high kind of makes... Or is it 3? Is it 3 or is it 2? It's only 2, isn't it? Yeah, it's 2. So anything at the height above is kind of redundant. What would be the most efficient way to get rid of everything on the top layer? Like, without using the same drill over and over again. So at that point there, I am going to put a drill facing that way now. Although it's going to do the bottom layer, which might not be a bad thing to begin with. Run that through again. If I put it up by 1, it'll do the top layer. Maybe we'll focus on doing the top layer, right? Harmony ML, thank you very much for the support. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you for the support. With the old subscription. I'm falling down. Oh, it's because something's on my head. Here's an interesting idea. Like, what if I did this? Because I very much like the idea of using just one drill for the whole thing, right? But that might just be the way to do it. Okay, so this thing is like 4 blocks wide, meaning the next bit we want to add is here. Actually, no, it's 1 more over. So that's, you know, kind of alright. Now, the next thing I want to think about is, I mean, this thing is like 4 by 4, so if we imagine there's like a... Getting the diagonal ones out would make the most sense, but I don't think that's the way to do it. So if we destroy those ones, like essentially most... You could checkerboard it, says Lego Dan. I don't think that you can checkerboard it. I don't think that's possible because there's these 2 in the middle. How do you destroy those ones? Zero says, how much do you need relative to the other objects? think we need 3. I think we literally just need 3, right? I think we just need 3. This is making me think that this might be inefficient. What we might want to do is break it in a way where 3 get separated, and then the rest sort of goes into a little shimmy down bit like this. But we do definitely need to skim everything off the top. Here's what I'm going to do. So we can get 2 pieces out of that one. Right, I'm not going to do this. And it leaves one right at the end. That makes sense. Right, what happens if I don't put anything on top? Which might seem a bit strange, but I'm just experimenting. Thinking about where to put these drills, like... Nah, I think I kind of like the idea of having that there. In theory, I can, without increasing the block score too much, I could put one on the opposite side. Can't you rotate it so that it goes in with 4 blocks connected? Possibly. It's just asking like, you know, I think I'll stick with this actually. It's gonna like asking a fair bit of me, I feel like, if that makes sense. Fair bit of me? I don't know if that really does. It's asking a lot at the moment of how we're going to deal with these blocks coming through, right? There's going to be like some super optimal way to make this all work to our advantage, but I think I know what I want to do. So what I want to do, I believe, is that. And again, end up using a lot of these. Now, that being said, I might be able to... Yeah, no, I can definitely shave something off here. Okay, so then we get 4 unique blocks. There's another point. If we deal with this later on, like when it's over here, we get a much smaller block score. That's something worth considering, I think. Let's rebuild this... over here and get a smaller block score, right? So we kind of know the gist of this. Let's go for that small block score. We want to align it with that entrance. How big is this thing again? Like 4, so we can have a gap of 3. Let's see what happens now. Well, that was a bit disappointing, really. Okay, now we got it to where we want it. So we can have 3 in between each one, like this. I can't help but feel we probably want it to be 1 further over. Can I do that? Probably not. Almost. I can almost do that. If I just think this through a little bit more. No, that doesn't work. But maybe that will. Okay, so get rid of that. Wait, that's the spot there. Just need 2 there, basically. Bring it all the way over to the machine, right? Let's cut it up close to the machine or something. So it probably needs to happen just before that. Oh, it's actually like... Is it the other block that needs to go into there as well? Interesting. I think it is. But this thing is like... What's that? Oh, is that one from the beginning? Do we have to save? Oh my word, we have to save one of those. I didn't realise. Oh my goodness me. Okay, so... Maybe I should just move the whole thing over there to begin with? Like, we're going back to square one all of a sudden. Although then again I have to move... Okay, actually I can move it at different heights. So, like when it's up there, we can shimmy it along. Yeah. Okay, but really, if we're going in that direction, this thing should be here. Very cool. Next one, I guess, would be 2, 3, 4 there. Now, what we can do is probably around here put in a drill. Yeah, but maybe 1 block higher. And then 1 behind it. Okay, so at which point we want to do something with that. Okay, let's get rid of all of these. Has this thing got like a hole in the ceiling? No. Top of the tree goes in the machine, other part comes out, over, gets filled and moved out. Says Ducky. Yeah, maybe I should wait and destroy the tree at the last instance, because it's the other bit of the tree that needs to get dealt with, right? So when it gets to that spot there, let's go ahead and put that. It's only going to move it 1 block, actually, isn't it? Oh, it's not even going to move it? Oh, it's out by 1, right. So out by 1, but also over. So somewhere around here. Then have one of those. It's off by 1, that's fine. Because remember, peeps, that foot score. It's all about the foot score with us. Cool. I'm sort of seeing a potential opportunity to get rid of some of the clutter immediately. So, we just put that there. Right, we don't need... Let's see, how does this thing come across? That bit's terrific right there. That's perfect execution. So the bit before, I don't really see a way in which we don't use 2 drills. Actually, wait, let's bring it back around again. I think if we put a drill here, then it uses 1. Yes. Okay, so we get rid of this drill. Optimize! Optimize, people! Look at this. Okay, so we also kind of actually need to now destroy at least one. Oh, I keep pressing the wrong buttons every time. Okay, so at this point here, we can have potentially 1, 2, because we have to destroy that one. So we're only ever going to get 2 out of this thing. And the place in which to grab it is pretty much right now. This probably means we're going to need more drills. And the drills are probably going to be on the opposite side. Because we need a drill here. No. This is almost... Okay, I know I can see it in my head. And then some of you can tell me this. I've probably got the wrong idea. Actually, it all needs to be 1 block higher. Oh, okay, no. This is very tricky. Let's think about this. Oh, it's all off by 1 block to begin with. Okay, but I got the right concept. At the point that it comes across, we need to get... Like, you can see the problem at the very bottom here, okay, if you're paying attention. Although, actually, no, maybe it's not a problem. Okay, that's the real problem, but it might just be part of the solution. Probably not. Okay, what's going wrong now? That should be moving across, because that is telling it to go across. Why doesn't it go across? Oh, I see why. That's fine, because that one can get destroyed earlier. Okay, that's the unfortunate thing. Did you see it? Let's remove this drill. Got to rethink this a little bit. So... We have a column of 3, but how do we destroy the middle one and take another one out? How does that work? Because it falls down with gravity. Peeps are saying you only need 1 log. Yeah, I want to try and get 2 out of this. Move the bottom drill up. That will give us a 2 high bit, right? Put the drill at the middle. Then gravity happens. Can't, if we put... maybe there is a way. Jonathan says I don't think you can. It could be entirely possible that we can't. The ratio of tank to tree is always 1. It doesn't help getting more, says Car Creator. Well, that's what I'm trying to challenge myself to do, is to get 3, I think. Sorry, to get 2 wood and then 6 of the other bits. We've got a noise in the ear. It's Abin Cole here at Cheers and Bits, and I just wanted to say how much I appreciate everything you do. My dog passed away last month and never thought someone would get me to smile again. I'm so sorry to hear that. Thank you ever so much for the cheers and bits. I appreciate the support. I'm glad you're enjoying the channel. Poor little doggo. I know what it's like. You know, I didn't have a pet. Well, I did actually when I was a kid. I had pets. I don't want to go into details. It was actually, now that I think about it, kind of upsetting what happened. But yeah, there's a little doggy in my life who means the world to me. I know how difficult that is. But, you know, this is the thing in life. We do get past it. And what I always say is that when someone passes, they're still what they always were, which was existing inside of other people. You know people, they're alive, but they live in your mind. They're there in your memories, right? That's the way we are to one another. It's like if a tree falls in the woods and no one's around to hear it, did the tree fall? If you were a person and you never met anyone else, would you really exist? We exist because we know one another. And the memories of others are what makes us, you know, human. So will this be a mini episode of Xisuma Says, says Lucro? Probably not, because I'm reiterating things I've said on there before. We got Gamer Chick here for 46 months. Thank you so much, Gamer Chick. Thank you for the nice message. How's life been? It's been interesting the last month. Just lots of stuff going on mentally, in real life, physically, injuries. Ugh. Just this, that, and the other at the moment. This, that, and the other. Junderson says that is an interesting take on that philosophy. Yeah, and I feel like I'm not finding the right words to get it out. It's like, when you know someone, although you can be with them, you know, most of the time you know them through memory. That's how we know one another. And so when someone passes, it's like they're still that person that you knew. Because all that you knew about them, all that time you spent, that's your memories, and that's the way you remember them. I'm pretty much convinced now, chat, that there isn't actually a way to do this. So, if we just move that drill over by 1, like if we do this... Oh, then it gets rid of every single block. No. Hang on, I need to think that through again then. So... I guess we just need a drill here. And we probably... yeah, we do need... Okay, there you go. So we got that. So now what you're telling me is that we only need 3 pieces from this thing, okay? After all that hard work, all we need is 3. Now, I'm going to work in reverse a little bit here. You see? The reason I'm going to work in reverse is because it will help us save some blocks. So we're potentially doing something like this over here. You can move eviscerators on pistons, says Cart Creator. Nah, I don't think we unlocked that because we tried to do it earlier. Yeah, look, you can't move it. Unless it needs to be rotated. And does it being attached to the ground cause a problem, maybe? We've done all this earlier. We have to unlock it first, I think. Oh, God, okay. In that case, there might actually be a way to get 2 out of it. Oh, my word, okay. Maybe that's been unlocked the whole time. So here, we want... No. Did feel like I was going a bit too far back. And I don't know where we'd be detecting it, but let's try that. Is that... Yeah, I had a feeling it might do that. Why didn't it push it out? Is it because it's attached to something again? Wait, it doesn't push it out to begin with this time. Interesting. What about that? I think this is doable. I think this is doable. Oh, you! How do we keep it out for longer? Also, let's check the... Okay, so what I'm noticing is that is kind of the same as having one here. What I'm going to do is that, and then go this way. No reason we have to go there. But one of those there. Alright, get rid of all this finagling madness. Okay, and let's have... Oh yeah, no, it needs to be like that. Let's see how that performs. Oh, they said it couldn't be done! They told me it couldn't be done! Oh, they lied. They lied. Right, now the next bit, I think, is going to be pretty much impossible. Oh, that's actually... No, that's fine. I think this is going to be impossible to do... Well, I say impossible. I don't think we're going to have the space to optimize this so that we have a whole bunch of cleverness going on here. I think we're just going to have to do that. Alright. And now let's... Oh, here's the next problem. So now that I've decided to do that, we have to get 6. So, 1... Oh yeah, actually that kind of helps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have to get that out of this shape. Now the eviscerators can break those blocks. Let's actually look at the blocks the eviscerators would break. Right, like... They're going to break these when they drop in, okay? That we can handle that. Kind of looks like we might have to, like, eliminate an entire row with a drill coming through. Then we drop them down. So we do that. It's doable. It's got to be doable. And then, yeah, it's doable. It's doable! Oh my goodness me, this is going to be amazing if we figure this out. We are on a roll. We are on a roll. Rafa says, oh my god, I remember this level, do not recommend. Well, you may not recommend it, but we're doing it. Now, what I kind of need, you know, I've not given myself a lot of space for, but we'll do our very best. There's no doubt about it. So, I think I'm going to put one more of these in and say that this is pretty much the area we've got to finally, you know, solve this problem. So at this point here, we want to shred. Oh, I wonder if I can push it over by 1. I think I could. If I do that. It's got to come all the way through first. Excellent. Right, now, somewhere around here, I want it to... I'm going to go a little bit closer. In fact, I think I want to do it there. Okay, we're going to split it up. And then it's going to fall. Actually, what I wanted to do was split it and then have them go in the same direction. So maybe we split it here. Then we put one of these, one of those. So when it gets to that, it actually wants to go like that. So now, from this spot, we want to drop in with a pattern. I think it's something like this, but they're not in the right positions yet, okay? But I think you're going to see what I'm going to get at. So, whew, I can see something's missing here. Oh. Right, because you're the block that pulls it in. So, the thing I also saw was missing was having one of those on either side. Yeah, there's several things wrong here, but we'll get it a step at a time. So, as you can see, this needs to be a little further along. It's 4 wide, 1, 2, 3, so there. That makes me think No, that makes me think... Get rid of those and put this a block sooner? Also, is that all relying on it? Probably is. And that one there. Let's see what happens. Right, we almost got it. We almost got it, I think. I've looked at this incorrectly. Very incorrectly, actually. So... These would need to be back a block. Let's check it out. What happens? It's a beautiful thing! It's a beautiful thing! Okay. It is a beautiful thing. They said it couldn't be done. They said I was a derp. I don't think they know what they're talking about. This is some big brains going on right here. Big brains. Big, big brains. Okay, I think we might need one higher. Oh, let's see it in action. Ah! What? I think I know what's wrong. Does it need to be that shape on all sides? I mean, the texture... Maybe it needs this to be there. Like so. I wonder if we can disassemble that a little further along and save us more blocks. Okay. Okay. Tank is in waiting. Ah, press the wrong button. Oh, the suspense. It was destroyed. Here we go. What have I... No, this was that bit. Ah, derp. They called me a derp. They were probably right. Oh, that means this is kind of like in an awkward spot as well. It'd be cool if there were another opening here. Oh, this means like, you know, all this finagling for low block score. You kind of have to bring this all out like so. And just have these big conveyors, which kind of sucks. In terms of getting that low block score, but whatever. Whatevs, bruv. I mean, there might be a way around that. I can certainly think of a couple of things we could do to lower the block score. What happens after 3? Like, how do you know? How do we create unique events? So we could have like a line, a waiting queue, and then that. Yeah, but in order to be a bit more compact, we want to do that on this side. And so the one at the end that powers those pistons, yeah, this doesn't necessarily. I think it'll work, but just not the first time round. So like that, and then off you go. Oh, I never really changed this, did I? Ugh. Come on! Get out of my way! Okay, here we go. Right, it pushes the first one out of the way, so we could say the first one is a sacrifice. You know, we could do that. Right, the next thing I wanted to look at was this over here. Maybe we don't build this device just yet, right? So that would mean getting rid of those two drills. Let's see what happens now. Oh, that messes up a lot of stuff. But I think if we put that here... We've still got our group of 3. No, we kind of actually do need to do that here. Okay, fair enough. I've had my fair share of trying to reduce the block score on this one. I think we're at a point where it's good. Okay then, what are we going to do about this? This one's going to have to get transported and moved around, which is kind of annoying. Okay, so we have our sacrifice one. Yeah, unfortunately, now I'm thinking, like, look at how much of a pain this stuff is. Like, our block score is just going to be through the roof. I'm not really feeling like optimization is much of a priority now. Like, that was the fun of it at first, but now it's just like this big headache of, well, your block score's going to be massive, unfortunately. There is one possible thing here, which is that we might be able to fuse the tank thing first. If we fused this bit first and it let it fill up, which it probably doesn't, we would not be able to have the sacrifice one. Xisuma entered the just make it work face, says Rafa. Rafa, you're absolutely right. I hate to admit it, but that's exactly where we are. I mean, if you think about it, the block score would be even higher without those optimizations, says Dialogue Box. Yeah, it would. You don't need a sacrifice, just make a queue with a plain block. Don't know what you mean by that, a queue with a plain block. It would, but like now these optimizations, like, they're like 1% out of 100 instead of, like, you know, 90% out of 100, which I thought they were going to be. Anyway, you know, I think I'm just happy to get this thing done now. So let's bring this in. And I think what I want to do is just try and get it all assembled in a spot somewhere. Let's go ahead and put this back here. And then we can start something like this over here. Cool, let's see how all that works. So in comes the first bit. In comes those bit. I mean, I've got this feeling now that we're going to have to sacrifice one of those for the ratio. What's going on over here? I don't remember changing anything. Ah, that makes a lot of sense. And the thing there is that the bit where I want to put the conduit, yeah, we've totally entered the, oh, let's just make it work phase. Totally entered that phase now. No truer words have been said. We're in the make it work phase. After all that beautiful optimization. Okay, so, Still need the sacrifice one, that's right. I'm really not sure what to do here. Because these ones have got to go higher again, haven't they? So I guess that might have well have stayed at the same height. Or maybe have gone one higher. No, that's the bit that can stay low. And it's this. No, that has to stay at the same height. So that's going over that one. They're both at the bottom. It then goes up after. So they all have to have their height adjusted around here. Okay, let's go ahead and put this like leading up to the end like that. Okay, so we'll go... Now that'll need to be one further forward. And then when it comes to welding it all, this one's awful. I don't like this level. Oh, this is just the worst. You know, maybe I should have spent more time looking at all the elements. Because this has certainly turned into something. It has turned into something, and I don't like it. Oh, it's just ugly. Ugly. "100% do not recommend," says Rafa C. You said at the beginning that this one was a pain, and you were right. It's a massive pain. But, you know, it also makes me wish that I looked at it earlier, the bigger picture, because we kind of just got focused on the one thing at the front. And if we looked at the bigger picture, I might have seen that, oh yeah, this one's going to be a pain, let's breeze through it. Or maybe have discovered some things and figured out some quirks that would have been useful, right? Okay, so then it goes in that direction, over to about here. I don't know, just winging it now, aren't I? So one goes there. I mean, actually, that could be where they all get welded together. No, that probably won't work. So we want the timing there to be immaculate. This is a headache. This is going to be awful to get to work. Ah, we were doing so good early on. We were doing so good. Okay, they get fused there. They go across. And then they get fused over here. It's right at that spot there. So, are you ready for some absolute headaches? Here we go. First one's there way too soon. Brilliant. 1, 2, 3. About 3 blocks too soon. Here we go again. Oh, it's kind of close, isn't it? It's kind of close. But actually... the pushing power... Oh, right. Yeah. This is doable. This is doable. The pushing power is on this side. Okay. So then we're going to go there. So we shimmy all of this across. And now we speed it up. So that should, in theory, be that little bit done, but who knows? Who knows in this game? Oh no, wait a minute. What's that one doing there? What's going on? We got problems. Oh, that's quite obvious where that problem is. Somehow that got moved. Okay, let's not worry about that. So, do we actually have pushing power? We kind of don't have pushing power. Pushing power is on this side. But the timing won't be right for it. Another problem to solve. We got BM5K actual here for 4 months. Thank you so much, dude. And Yeet526853R8 is here with the Prime. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support and hope you're enjoying the stream. Alright, alright. I'm going to experiment a little bit here. Okay. The other place where we definitely need some blocks is over here. Okay, and all of that is probably just going to go like so, right? Okay, let's speed it up. La 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 la. Let's do this. Come on. No! Oh. I reckon we're making too many of those. Like, even if we get the timing right, it's not going to work in the bigger picture. We probably do have to get rid of that one. We have well and truly entered the make it work phase. Oh. Oh. Peeps, it's too late. It's too late. Let me tell you what's going to happen with this series, right? In the next stream, we're going to do these 3 puzzles, and then we're going to load up my old save data and go through while it's all fresh in the memory and see how I solved everything before. So we'll see how we solved that one in the next live stream. That's just hit a point where I realised, this don't work, that don't work, that don't work. I want to cry. And you know me, I don't think games should be frustrating. I think they should, well, a little bit of frustration. You know, problem solving is problem solving and puzzles are puzzles, but you hit a point where it's like, okay, sunk cost fallacy, stuff like that. And, you know, I feel like there's too much to do on that level. I'm just, bam, I'm done with it. I'm not even going to come back with fresh eyes, as when he says. I'm going to do the next 3 levels, and then we'll do the evaluation of all the levels we've done playing this again. And so that means the next live stream will be the last one of us playing this Infinifactory. You know? You know? Let's go see if anyone else is playing the game. You know how we do. Infinifactory. We raid. But peeps, massive thank you to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated, and cheered. As always, I appreciate your support. And hope you enjoyed today's stream. I've got someone for you to raid who's playing this game. And yeah, there we go. You can click the raid button in chat. You can click the follow button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all later. Take care. Bye-bye.